Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Community Connections, community talk for community people, the fastest and the most friendliest weekly 1 hour talk show in the Great Lakes Bay Area. I am so glad that you tuned in this afternoon for another sharing of community talk right here on KISS 107. Today's Community Connections show is brought to you by the Saginaw branch of the NAACP and its youth council. We have a great youth council as well as a great president carrying us on. We urge you to get connected, be informed, and stay involved. On today's show, I have some great guests here in the studio. Now, I know that many of you have seen the utility boxes around town and the big mural that's on the Behringer building. So I have in the studio the artists for those, the painters for those. They are here with me this afternoon. But first, before I even give their names, I want to introduce my a young lady that is going to be my greeter some Sundays to greet our guests at the door to make sure they're not out in the rain and cold. Her name is Amber. How you doing, Amber?
Good.
Okay. Amber said, okay, let's get this done. Let's give a wave here. All right. Thank you. So far, she's doing a great job. You know, I like this. I've had students, interns when I was, with not KISS 107, W3 So many years ago. Okay, and I had 3 interns. So today I have a greeter. Hopefully she will be an intern that will help me out. Okay. But let me tell you about my guest. I have 3 of the artists here. They have been into painting and doing murals for a long time. Matt, could you pick up my volume a little bit so I can hear? Okay, that's better. Now it's buzzing, but I'll go through this. Okay. I have 3 guests. Oh no, this is much better. Thank you very much. Okay. I have 3 guests. Miranda Barrientos. Barrientos.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And I also have Allie Mondale. Okay, and I have Devon Collins. Now, the 2 ladies, they have been painting the utility boxes all around town. We're going to talk about how they got into that. And Mr. Collins, he was part of a 3-person crew that painted the mural on the Behringer building. So we want to give a big shout out to them and welcome them to Community Connections, community talk for community people. And I'm going to start out with Miranda. Okay. How many boxes have you painted?
So I have the 1 box on West Genesee and Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So in total, there are 15 utility artists for the boxes.
15 artists.
Yes.
Okay. How many boxes have you done?
Just 1. I had to switch part of the way through because someone painted over one of my boxes. So I don't think it was intentional. Just I think the priming crew actually accidentally did it because I was so early to paint.
Oh, you were anxious, huh? You wanted to get it done.
Yeah, I did. I started the day it started, and I think they just saw my box like, oh, maybe we missed that. And
okay.
So I got a new box, and I just started painting it yesterday, and I'm almost done with it. I have like 1 more session.
Okay, I want to come back to you with this mural. I want them to talk about how you got into this. Okay, I know that you have a background. You have family members who are painters and artists. But the painting of the boxes, there are 2 women who are working on a mural project, the Great Mural Project. I think that's what it's called. 4 of them.
4 of them.
4 of them.
4.
Okay, I know one is Jamie Forbes,
Yeah.
who has her hand in everything. Does a pretty good job.
Yes.
And she responds well when I call.
Absolutely.
There's also Cassie Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Okay, and who are the other 2?
There was a Dawn.
Oh, Dawn. Yeah.
From Dawn at the New Day.
Dawn. Yes.
Okay.
And Amy.
Amy. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have at least 2 of those 4 ladies back on the show uh, later on in the month. Okay. But I wanted to get you guys in,
Mhm.
and and Jamie supplied the names of everyone. Okay.
Yep.
And said, well, we couldn't make it during this time, but I have some other people. So Jamie, thank you very, very much. I'm looking forward to talking with you, but I'm getting ready to ask these guys all of the questions. Okay. You know,
We're ready.
yes. Now, so there is an application process if you want to paint one of the utility boxes.
Mhm.
What is that process like? And how long do you know? Do you have to send in? I mean, how long will it take them to let you know if you will be one of the painters that was selected? And when would you start on the project?
The starting of the project, she gave us a 2-week window
Mhm.
to finish it. But the application process, I don't remember. It was like she posted something on the Facebook page, on
Okay.
the Great Mural Project Facebook page,
Okay.
and it was like she had certain ones that she was like, which one, apply to do a utility box, or there was like a couple other options.
Okay.
And I chose the utility box. And then you send in like references of your artwork. And then if they accept you, then the next process is you send in like proofs of what you're going to be drawing on the box.
So you can make the decision as to what you want
Oh,
to put on the
absolutely.
boxes.
Absolutely. It's all up to you.
I did them
You,
last
you,
year.
oh, did you really? Were you one of the ones that I stopped? Because I stopped them on the street. I did and say, what are you doing?
I
Who
did the one
Tons of
rallies
people
in
do
Tennessee.
that.
are rallies? Yeah, I stopped you.
Yeah.
Man, the blue car,
Yeah.
or maybe it was the Volkswagen. I don't know. But okay, that's good. So is that how you got chosen to do the mural?
I've been working with the Great Mural Project for about 3 or 4 years now.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
You know what? Yes. You get a nice deep voice there.
Yeah, I've been.
I don't want anyone to miss out on that. All right.
He's
So-
trying to hide.
You lean in and
Okay.
you lean in
Okay.
here, or whichever way you want to go. But we certainly want to pick up your voice. Okay. So how you told me that you had a family.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone has been involved with arts, starting with your mom.
Yes, my mom is a seamstress
Mm-hmm.
and an artist. Like, she paints and draws. My uncle, he draws. Like, yeah, everybody in my family did something artistic.
Something artistic. Okay.
I
Okay.
consider cooking artistic, so.
It is. It's an
Well,
art.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, that's an art for sure.
How about you? Tell us how you got started in all of this and which ones that you paint.
So I was raised really around art. My dad, Roman Barrientos, he does a lot of airbrushing. He's getting into spray painting now. So it's kind of just something that I really grew up around, and really everybody in my family has some kind of talent. My mom takes diamonds and puts them on cups and she blings everything out. My little sister Angie, she makes dream catchers. So we all have something that we do, and it's really cool.
Okay. Well, how do you decide what you want to put on that utility box?
So I knew that my piece, I wanted to have some kind of positive vibe to it.
Mhm.
So mine has a quote that says, like, basically, don't forget to go outside, look at the world, like, remember you're still alive, take in your life while you have it, enjoy everything
And
around
that's
you.
on Davenport and
It's on West Genesee and Hill Street.
West Genesee and Hill Street, right by
Mhm.
the church.
Yep, exactly,
Okay.
yep.
All right. Very good. Yeah, that's good. Put some encouraging words
Absolutely.
for those who can't read the painting.
Yeah.
Right. Now listen. You also explained to me that murals and graffiti is something different. Explain all at once.
I feel like graffiti is you're stealing a piece and making it your own without permission, whereas we all had permission, not only from Jamie or whoever. We got it from the Great Mural Project, and the city is also working with us for these utility boxes. And like we were asked to do this.
Mhm.
Whereas with graffiti, you are not asked to do that. You are just doing it.
Well, are there any of those bubble letters that you see on the trains? Okay. Are there some drawings on boxes, on utility boxes, or on any downtown murals like that? Because when people see that,
Mhm.
I think
They
it's
call it-
incorporated.
I think graffiti is a very negative word. A lot of people
It
view
Exactly.
is. The word
negatively.
itself is negative.
I've seen some beautiful art that's considered graffiti because it's on trains or it's
Mm-hmm.
on abandoned buildings in Old Town. Or, I mean, there's a thin line between is it art or is it graffiti, and a lot of people see it very negatively.
Yeah, for sure.
So now we call it street art.
Yes.
Street
now
art.
there's
Oh,
a,
that's
it's
better.
street art.
That's
yeah.
better.
Yeah, so now it's called street
That's
art.
Yeah,
That's
And it's
better.
more artistic.
it is.
Graffiti has to do with lettering and names.
Yeah, in
more
marking
than-
something,
yeah.
whereas it's more art now.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of animals, birds.
Animals, yeah, or even people.
Yeah.
They paint people too. I've seen that.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I
Mhm.
like that. So what's the next project? You said you have one that you're getting ready to paint, or
So actually, Kid is going to be at the Showdown next Saturday. He's going to be doing a great piece, like always.
Yeah, as per usual.
I'll be down there vending. I make rugs. I make
Oh,
tumblers,
yeah.
all kinds of stuff. So I'll be down there vending. Kid's going to be painting. There's going to be tons of art, music,
Mhm.
lots of stuff going on down there. Niagara Street under the Court Street Bridge.
okay, I want you to hold that.
Yep.
Let me tell you what they say of themselves. Okay, Miranda says Miranda is the owner of Shorty's Artistry, right?
Mhm.
And Free Spirit Spa here in Saginaw. You
Yeah.
have a spa.
I do, yes. Right on Michigan, right across from Staple.
Okay. Her artwork can be easily detected with lots of galaxy skies and bright colors.
Mhm.
You like bright colors.
Absolutely.
All right. And while the utility box is Miranda's first public mural, she has been passionate about art since she was a little girl watching her father, Roman airbrush murals. Are you looking forward to doing murals by yourself or with a group or a company? What is your goal? What
my
do you
goal
aspire
really-
to do?
I would love to continue to grow with the art movement here in
Mm-hmm.
Saginaw. With this being my first public piece, I'm obviously still very nervous and careful with it. But realistically, I would love to get out there and start learning how to do bigger murals, bigger pieces, and collaborate with other artists here.
Okay, how about you?
I mean, she said it perfectly. I think my end goal really is actually to get into tattooing more. That's where I want to go. for
Into
this.
tattooing?
Yes, ma'am. COVID, I know COVID was a bad thing and we use it as a swear word sometimes, but for me, COVID really helped sharpen my skills and really helped make everything. I saw the colors clearer for my pieces, and now I just think I just want to get into tattooing, and this mural thing is kind of like a doorway into it for me because it's similar, just different mediums.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get into tattooing. I want to ask you. I really want to ask you some questions. I already got enough marks on me. I would not pay anybody to put another mark on me. But anyway, to each his own. Okay, Allie says, and that was Allie that was just talking. She said, I'm Allie Toyson, and I was raised in Bay City, but I have lived in Bridgeport for a few years now, and she absolutely loves it. What do you love about Bridgeport?
It is so different from Bay City. I just feel like there's more opportunities for me to grow, even as an artist. Like I said, the Great Mural Project,
Mhm.
That's something that wasn't Bay City at all.
They don't have any murals there?
They do now,
Okay.
but it wasn't until recently. And I just feel like with Saginaw, I've been able to grow, and I'm just excited. It's very exciting for me. It's all new, which
Okay.
is cool.
Where did you go to school? Where did you get your training?
I went to John Glenn High School.
John Glenn.
But yeah, it was kind of an artsy school. I would say John Glenn leans more towards the arts than anything else. So I was lucky. If you don't like art, John Glenn probably isn't the best high school to go to for you, but I enjoyed it. I took as many art classes as I could, and I just kind of tried to really hunker down and sharpen those skills.
Okay, kid. Kid. AKA Kid. His name is Devon Collins. Tell us about your background in schooling.
I went to elementaries or junior high, Central and Weber.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Saginaw High.
You
That's
went to
where
Saginaw High.
Yes, ma'am. Class of
Okay.
94.
Class of 94.
Yes.
Big
ma'am.
ups to Saginaw High. Okay. Now, so were there any teachers there that kept you in art or who were mentors for your art? Did you ever try to do any graffiti over there?
No. No. I got into art because of one of my cousins. He was like an amazing artist. His name was Deshae McKinney.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of tried to follow in his footsteps after he passed away at the age of 17. So it was something I wanted to do. And my mother, she kind of helped push me along when I wanted to start airbrushing. She bought me my first compressor. She helped me buy the paint. She was always supportive of what I was doing. So that was kind of encouraging.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
How do you control the paint can? It does not come out as a string. It comes out as a spray. Okay? So you have to be careful where you point that can. I just don't,
it's
I can't
they
draw a
have-
straight line. Straight line.
now, I'm going to say, now they have graffiti cans, spray paint.
Specialized cans for
And you
for
get
that.
like
The
different
stuffy.
tips and
Yeah.
stuff too for the actual cans.
Yeah.
Like there's people who
It's-
like have like a bunch of tips that they carry
Really?
around just for their spray paint cans. Yes.
I have them in the car as we speak.
Boy, this is a long
Yeah,
ways
so
away
it's not
from.
the stuff you get from Walmart
Yeah.
or the Hobby Lobbies. They have special paint for spray painting.
So I can't just take my spray paint and go outside
Yes, you
and
can.
try to
Yes,
do
you
You
something.
can.
You
Yeah,
can.
you can.
And it's tips like
Yep.
it's a big thing now, spray painting.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go on YouTube and find people who do beautiful art with
And
spray
they'll teach
paint.
you too. There's
Yeah.
like DIYs and stuff like that. All kinds of crazy
I'm
stuff.
hands-on. I gotta have
I
someone
only
to
been
guide.
doing it like just probably 2 years. I've been doing.
Is that
spray
Oh,
paint.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
What picture did you paint on the Behringer building? Or how do they divide the work up as to who's gonna do what on the mural?
Well, that was kind of a thing because we needed a scaffold, a boom lift.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So John Vasquez, he did the upper part because
Mhm.
he was licensed and insured to be up on the boom lift
Oh,
that
Oh,
high.
Okay.
really?
Me and
I didn't know
Kayla
about that.
did the bottom down.
That
Okay.
solves that.
Yeah, like
I never
But
thought about
I-
that.
Me either.
I can say it now because it's done. I'll help John on the lift sometimes. Like he was like, "Man, I'm beat. You want to do this? Yeah, come on. I want to get up there. I want to experience that. Being that high and
That's
painting."
good for you because
Yeah.
that is terrifying for me.
Yeah,
Get out my
yeah.
little utility box and like shaking from it. Like, oh. I'm up 2 steps on the ladder.
Oh, my
shaking.
goodness. Well, let me ask this: who painted the Adinkra symbol down in the right-hand corner?
That's mine.
Hmm.
That's mine. That
I
area.
like that. I was in
We
the
all
middle of
signed
the
it in
street.
some. Yeah, we all signed it, and
Okay.
so that's kind of like, of course, you know what it is and what it means.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I kind of got into that hieroglyphs,
Mhm.
hieroglyph writing,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I'm not Chinese. And
Yes.
I'm not Mexican, so I
Right,
wouldn't.
right.
I wanted something that was more African central.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I got into those type of hieroglyphics and things. And when
What else? I was in the middle of the street when I stopped to see it, and I was just looking, all around. I saw that in the corner. I said, aha. I like that. I like that. Absolutely. So, is it just one symbol?
No, I use multiple symbols.
Okay.
Like the one I painted the mural at the Black
Oh, no,
Art
I was
Festival.
talking about that. Oh, Well, okay, let me go back to the one on Behringer.
Okay.
Is there more than one symbol down that corner? I'm
Oh, no,
gonna
it's
get
just
out.
that one.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just
all right,
that one.
all right.
It's just that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess that was your initials with the other
Kid,
stuff. There.
yeah, it's a
Kid.
kid at the
Okay,
bottom.
got it. Okay. Now continue on at the Black Arts Festival.
Oh, yeah, I did the mural for the Black Arts Festival.
Now, where was that mural at? I was there. I
On
attended.
the side of the restaurants where
Okay.
the building was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Facing Lapeer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna go back and do some more on the side that face the basketball.
Much needed. Much needed. That part looked totally different.
Yeah, we painted the structures.
The structures, really, really.
Me
Okay.
and Naisha Latoy and
Yes,
couple more.
Naisha. Naisha, that girl is bad.
Yeah, that's like
She
my
is
art
very
buddy.
good.
Like we Barney and Clyde when it comes to the art.
That's good. Well, I would have loved her to be in here, but she has an exhibit that's going to be in the Flint
Oh,
Art
really?
Institute. I believe that's what she said.
Okay.
I'm going to have her in for that. But she's excellent.
Yeah.
I have a piece of hers. I absolutely love that. So all you guys just want to do painting for the most part. Okay. You sent me, Allie, you sent me your business. This is your business card.
Yeah, it's a photo of my business card.
A photo of your business card. Why'd you decide on this instead of a regular professional looking business card?
Because I want to be different.
You want to be different.
And
Artist.
difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I did it and I was like, you know what? I don't like the square. It's got to be something else. And then I was going to do just like rounded corners and I was like, I don't want to do that either. So then I just made a paint palette because I like painting.
Okay, we're going to take a break right here and come back. And I want to talk about time and actually doing the work. Do you outline it? Are you looking at a sketch? And then I also want to talk about where you are doing the work. Okay, what other areas do you think need to be dressed up or
Whole
improved?
city.
Yeah, all over.
And how did they pick where you want to do, or could you just pick your own? Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Find it.
So they kind of started with downtown, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come back and talk about that. But I also want to know what does cultural, what is the cultural meaning in your words and your thoughts of these murals coming out in our community? Okay, because they do need to be all over to help make the areas that have been blighted for a long time look better,
Right.
which raises up the enthusiasm for the community to do better. Okay, so we're going to talk about that on the other side. So you're listening to Community Connections, Community Talk for Community People. My guest this afternoon, Allie Monville. Okay, and I have D.M. Collins, aka the Kid, and Miranda Barrentos.
There you go. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, these are my guests this afternoon. We're talking about all of the murals and all of the paintings that are popping up downtown and across the bridge and other places. And we're going to talk about some other things when we get back. All right. So stay tuned. You're listening to Community Connections, Community Talk for Community People. I'm Joyce Harvin. Stay tuned. You are listening to Community Connections, Community Talk for Community People. Visitors, guests, turn around again and wave to those who just tuned in. And you also, I have a greeter here. They are all with me, and we're talking about painting. These ladies and gentlemen have been hard at work, or doing something that they really love, which is having a paintbrush in their hand and being creative. Okay. You have done utility boxes. The kid over here, he likes to be called the kid. Okay. He's got this deep voice, but he's a kid. All right. You paint murals. Okay. Do you do that exclusively now? How do you get your projects?
A lot of times companies or people reach out and
soft spoken you. Come on here.
they reach out and ask, say they have a project they have in mind. So I go from there. But I also do airbrushing, like t-shirts and portraits. That's my one thing, portraits and murals.
Tell me again, how do you control the paint? Again, I understand that I can't just go buy the Rust-Oleum or something and
it's now they
It's
have
not that you can't.
Yeah, because people still use it. Like people still use spray paint, but they actually have artistic spray paint now, and it's at a lower pressure. That's what it is.
I thought you were going to say lower prices, run out and get it.
It's actually it's actually cheaper than like Rust-Oleum.
Really?
It's like $6.99.
Do you go to the paint shop and get it? A paint shop and get it?
You can go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but the brand I use, we order online. It's called Cobra.
Cobra?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to look into
And they have it's a bunch of ways you can control the art or the paint coming out. They have caps, they have stencil caps. It's a lot.
Some people use like pieces of cardboard too. Like they'll cut them specifically around like what they want it to look like, and they'll spray it, and then you get a nice crispy line. Things like that. Things you wouldn't even think of, but you can use it as a tool.
That's the kind of job that I would like to just go on for one day to see how it's done.
You can actually do that Saturday.
September.
Okay, let's talk about this again. Let's talk about this again because I might go down.
You have to come out Saturday, so from 12 to 8. You got all day.
Okay, that's the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the name of the event?
The showdown.
The showdown.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a competition?
Not a competition. It's a
I was
gathering.
going to say, I would put me at the end.
It's a gathering of artists, not local and from abroad.
Okay.
Like we have artists coming in from Flint, from I think Detroit. And
Any
Chicago.
international artists? The guy who did the border?
The border?
Yeah, well, never mind. I cannot remember his name. I was trying to look it up earlier, but anyway, there's a really good artist, and he. Anyway, let me forget
the
about
silos.
that.
Yeah, I would say that's
I'm going to go and check it out because I want to get involved with this just a little bit. Now I can't paint, but I certainly want to talk to some of the artists, like I'm talking to you, because there's a lot into this. I also, we're going to talk about community and cultural ideas for your painting, but how you would paint that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me go back to you, kid.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
It's the way I was raised.
Okay, I got you. I love it. Thank you. So, did you have a sketch to go by, or do you go by that? Can you do it free form on a big mural like that?
It's easier to have an idea. Sketched out. Yeah.
So when you were selected to do this, they told you what to use. These are the colors that you want.
No, they actually gave us time to come up with a design.
Mm-hmm.
The colors was optional. Like it wasn't like they said we want this, and we had a meeting with some community members, and they said this is what they wanted to see, or they was given ideas of what they would like to see. Not you got to do this, but ideas of what they wanted to see. And John came up with the concept of empowerment of a mother, or the strength of a woman.
Empowerment of a woman.
Yeah.
or and strength.
The strength, the how you say it, like the strength of a woman, like a
Okay.
mother, like, and so that's how we came up with the concept, dear mother. And it's a black woman in the middle, a Mexican woman and then a white woman on the other side.
Oh,
So it shows the diversity, kind of like what you're saying about the community. Saginaw is a real big mixing pot.
Yeah,
So
it
we
is.
have people, we have a lot of different culture here in Saginaw.
right. So you had to make sure that you included just about everyone.
Yeah, that was the goal, to make so you wouldn't leave nobody. Nobody would say like that don't represent us in Saginaw.
Mhm.
Everybody can look up there and say, "Dear Mama," which is from the Tupac song, which everybody, not everybody, but
I love
A lot of
that
people.
song.
A lot
yeah,
of
most
people
people
know it.
understand
Yeah.
what that song means, "Dear Mama." So that was the concept. So we wanted to be able to touch everybody with it.
And how long did it take the three of you to finish
had a
that
week.
project?
We had a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it rained 2 days.
It did.
so,
Right,
Yeah.
So it's
right.
kind of like we got it done in 5 days.
Yeah. So after you paint it, you put a coating over it. What keeps it from fading?
Again, the type of paint they make now for spray painting,
Mm-hmm.
it's,
It has that ingredient in it
yeah,
already
like,
Yeah.
it'll
So-
be years before it.
yeah.
before it fades and peels.
Well, peeling. Well, we did put a primer on the brick, so that helps protect the brick, and
And
then
primer
we
is
paint
important too,
Yeah.
because that's what makes the paint grip to
Mhm.
it. So if you don't have a good primer, then you almost are wasting your time.
Oh, okay.
So we did all that.
I want to hear about the
Right.
family project, that you and your mom and everybody should do. Not that you
Should.
had planned one. Should do.
Me and my mother, we actually, I do have a clothing line called Richard Denham.
Ah,
So
Rick-
my mother,
Richard Jenner.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Richard
And you
Denham.
threw that paint on there.
Yes, ma'am.
See, that's about all I can do.
This would be artistic fashion. Part of
It
the
is.
brand is artistic fashion. So,
Artistic fashion,
yes,
like tie dye.
it
Yeah.
would be
I
considered.
think we all, I think we all have clothing that just has
As
the
artists,
paint
they
on
understand
it.
that,
Paint
like,
everywhere.
Yeah,
they
my
look at
shoes
people
got
who
paint on them.
wear paint on their clothes now and be like,
It's fine.
I got some pants like that. Or I got shirts like that with paint over it. My work clothes are now in style.
Yeah, right.
Completely accidental.
Okay, this is coming back around again. Now
Exactly.
I have some blue jeans that I painted, and every time I try to put them on and say, "Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
in
do
style.
that.
Yeah,
I wanna get 'em out.
Yeah,
It
you
is
and
take
now.
them out.
look,
Take
and
'em
their
out. It's
FUBUs.
inside
Yeah.
FUBU is
Yeah. Yes,
on its way back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it does not look good.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It
It does now.
Like Bob
It's-
Ross
it
said.
does.
Everybody remember Bob Ross.
Yes.
You can never make a mistake.
Happy little accident.
Happy
happy
accidents.
Happy accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to the show after it's over and it's put in the can. Here, I'm gonna
It's
go back
so
so I can
calming.
listen to what you guys have told me, because I just can't see it, but I would like to try it.
Yes.
I'd like to try it. Tell me more about the project this weekend. Not the project, the competition,
It's
The showdown.
yeah.
the showdown.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Let me get the right word.
it's on Niagara Street under the
Okay.
Court Street Bridge. It's gonna be that whole area. I believe they're estimating about 40 vendors. It's gonna be arts and
Huge.
crafts vendors mainly, but there's also gonna be paparazzi, I believe she said. There's gonna be food trucks, there's gonna be music, raffles.
Okay. Are they trying to, or is the goal to revitalize the area with paint?
Absolutely.
I would
Okay.
say so.
Mhm.
Okay. So then, will the next area be on the east side of town where they're doing something big and a long stretch, besides just those silos?
We've actually been talking to the mayor about finding different locations
Yeah.
to have the showdown. So it's not just saying like
Not
this
just keep
area.
going over the same
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
For the first 2
Yeah.
years, the area we painted over.
So was it
Well,
Did
the
yeah.
first? It's only been going on for 2
Yeah,
years.
this
This
is
will
then?
be
third-
the third year.
yeah.
Third year. Okay.
So the
I
first
didn't
year
know
we
that.
did it, and then last year I actually painted over what I had put there the year before.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was that?
Same street,
The same spot,
Niagara.
yeah.
Yeah.
So last year I felt like, I was like, man, I've never heard of this. So it would have only been the second year. And I was like looking around like, wow, this is so cool.
Mhm.
Do you have to pay to be a competitor or be a part of the?
No.
It's John Vasquez is over it. He's
John Vasquez.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
the owner of the tattoo company on Michigan across from the Court Street.
Oh,
And he
okay.
put this on every year. And I just so happen to be one of the artists he picked when he first started.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been with him ever since. Like
Mm-hmm.
whatever he need, I'm there. Because he too has a passion to see art all over Saginaw.
Mm-hmm.
He done been to other places. Flint, for example, they have over 300 murals in Flint.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
they're
yes.
becoming a mural
City,
city,
yeah,
See?
for
and
sure.
it's good for tourism, and it gives people something to ride around and see. Every year, my mural at the showdown has been, in my mind, something for the seniors to come and take a picture in front of
Mhm.
Okay.
for senior pictures.
That's
That'd
real
be
cool.
my goal when I paint. I want kids to come take pictures. That's why it normally has 989 in there, something to do with Saginaw in the mural.
Yeah, good for kids.
And
That's good. That's good. That's
We-
good.
each
A
year,
good idea and good planning.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And also get people talking about your art
Yeah.
too. Like, oh, I
Absolutely.
went and took the
I
pictures
wouldn't
at
even
this one
finish.
place.
and
Yeah.
kids, like a photographer, a guy was coming out and he's like, I want to take a picture right here. I was like, I'm not done.
I'm not done.
But
Don't
it was
look
his
at it.
senior pictures. He was happened to be out taking his senior pictures. Like he actually took a picture while I was standing there painting. He took a
Really?
picture with all my stuff on the floor and everything.
Wow.
So
We have so many talented youth and adults here who could get into the art world,
Absolutely.
you know, only if they would step out and risk it, you
Yeah.
know.
I think it's nerve wracking.
yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
Like, you know,
it was frowned upon at once.
yeah, that's what it is. Like, even like I said, I was standing on the corner painting the one box, and someone said they're calling the cops. Like, okay, it's gonna be
'Cause
okay.
It looked like vandalism. They think
You know,
could-
there are a lot of eyesores in the city, in
Right.
the neighborhoods. I think that the neighborhoods could use, you know, some painting,
Mhm.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
to make it
Some
look better.
love. Yeah. For
Okay.
Sure.
And I would suggest the schools. Go talk to Dr.
Actually,
Roberts.
that's
All
how the
those
Great Mural
closed
Project
schools.
started.
Yeah. Well, really?
Yeah.
Where was the mural at? On what
On
school?
some of the buildings, on some of the abandoned buildings, you would ride past and you would see art
Yeah.
on the door. That was the Great Mural Project, trying to bring some
I
color.
didn't know
yeah.
that.
That was
Yeah.
like years ago though. Like
Yes,
that was the
yes, yes,
beginning.
That's
Yeah.
where they started small.
Yeah,
That's how
like,
everything starts.
It
though.
started off and then it kind of grew. Like they kind of found artists and would talk and have meetings about, you know, artists, bring them to, and then it just grew into like a family thing now.
I was
Man,
talking
I wish
to
I could do
another tattoo artist. I won't say her name, but I was talking to her and she said like art and everything is like one of the last like pirate trades there is. Like when you think about it, because like we all communicate with each other, we all like teach each
Mhm.
other how to do
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
and it's like you have to be a part of a community to get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just think that's so cool to be a part of it.
Very good. So are you pulling your friends in?
I try. I don't have many artist friends. I have a lot of friends who say like, you know, I can't even draw a straight line.
Straight
And I'm
line.
like,
That's
I'm
me.
like,
I
I will
bring my
teach you.
ruler all the
Let me
time.
help you.
I am. This is going to be Saturday,
Saturday
Yep.
Yes,
Saturday.
September 9th.
September the 9th
from 12 to 8.
from 12 to 8. 12 to 8.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Yes.
Food
All
trucks,
day.
get ready.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got Kevin Burdock. He painted the mural on the health department.
Okay.
The birds and the bird cage.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Wow.
And that's where?
He'll be painting.
Oh, he will
something.
be painting.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gonna paint something for the showdown. Unfortunately, he can't be there at the showdown, so he will do a piece before the showdown. We got other artists, like I said, from Detroit, from Flint, from
Oh,
Chicago.
this is going to be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good
It's gonna be
networking
great.
thing,
Yeah.
like for
Absolutely.
It's
all
getting
artists.
bigger
and
every year.
Yeah.
Like, every year it's
So,
getting
what are
bigger.
you guys going to do down there?
I Not much.
Do some tattoos.
Yeah, right.
You can despise for those who are tired of
I
doing
am rather
this.
new to this still. Like I said, the utility box is like my 1st
Mhm.
thing in the Great Mural Project stuff. And so last year I went to the showdown and I was very green to it. I was like, what is this? Why are people spray painting on the walls? But this year I really want to go and try and do some stuff and see what I can do, play with some paints because I feel a little more comfortable this year.
And so there will be an area for people who are not artists, who are not
Yes.
painters.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You will
Anybody
have
can
some
go out and paint.
stencils there for people to paint with.
No.
No stencils. You just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, the
But
area
there's
is
paint.
for the area is for people like you said who
For
want to
the
learn,
public.
who want to see. This is how it feels. Like we get kids down there. We have chalk for the kids to write on the
Yeah,
ground.
chalk too. Yep.
Yeah, like if you want to paint, like you can paint, try to make a heart. You could try to make a flower. Like it's totally up
Yeah,
to
you don't have to do anything crazy or elaborate. Like if you just want to see how it feels, like,
Right,
do something simple. You can go write your name. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like do something like that.
I did that for the kids at the Black Art Festival.
Oh,
and-
did you
Okay.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Like, they
had
didn't have
limited
nothing
time
to
out
do.
there, but it was great.
yeah.
It was
I just give them
great.
a spray can and be like, go paint on the wall right there.
Oh.
And they shh and write your name or make something.
Uh-huh.
And
I
I'ma
think
go back
people
and turn
always
that
get
into an art
anxious
piece.
too. Like they're always
You
like,
would go back and take it and turn it into an art piece?
"Oh, that's
Wow.
cool."
It's
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah. I think people get
I'ma
nervous
use
too,
that
like on the
background.
spot. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what to paint. Like, just paint your name.
Well,
That's what I used to do when I was
Well,
like in middle
culturally,
school.
what would you paint?
Culturally, that's
Yes.
Artistic.
Yeah,
What
I
you
don't
know-
know.
Artistic.
What you know about Bridgeport? What you know about Saginaw? What would you use to show that the culture is here to stay?
Oh, that's a big question. I don't know.
How about you?
I feel like for me, Saginaw is a big melting pot.
Mhm.
There's tons of different people here. And for me, though, I'm Hispanic. So I envision Saginaw as like the Cinco de Mayo parade, the
Mhm.
lowriders.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't matter if you're Hispanic or not. Saginaw is there
Yeah.
every
yeah.
Cinco de Mayo. I mean, my
Mhm.
uncle, he has his lowriders out there. He has ever since I was
Right.
younger.
Right.
So for me, that's what I see when I think of Saginaw's culture.
What would you put on a mural though?
I feel like it would have
If
to
you had
be-
your druthers, as they say, if you had you could choose what you want to put on there. What would you put on there to signify that the culture is here, or this is my culture? What would you put on?
I would absolutely do something almost old school, like
Almost like your dad did.
yeah, like
He
my
did
dad.
the
My
Day of the
dad
Dead.
loves to do Day of the Dead. He always
Yeah.
does. Like I can't even
Oh, it's
explain
so
it.
colorful,
Lowriders, airbrush, like just when you envision like Hispanic old school
Mhm.
airbrushing, that's
Mhm.
kind of a style that my dad has. And if I had a chance to do a big mural, that was for sure the first thing I would do. Not to only like follow in my dad's footsteps, but to also show like this is how I was raised here in Saginaw, and this is important for Saginaw.
You were born and raised in Saginaw.
Absolutely, I've always been here.
Okay. Well, I'm talking with 3 of the mural artists and those who painted utility boxes here in the city of Saginaw, all around town. They are Allie Monville and Miranda, and the kid who is also known as Devon Collins. Okay, you guys are awfully talented with this paint. You know,
Yes.
would you prefer a paint can or the palette and,
I am
and brushes?
brush painter through and through. The only thing I used the spray paint for was my background, and then everything else I just painted by hand because, like he says,
Takes
it's
talent.
tough. Yeah, the
Takes a
spray
lot
paint
of
is
practice.
hard, and it does what it wants sometimes, and I don't have time for that.
Well, you guys are doing a great deal to lift up Saginaw, you know,
Mhm.
clean up Saginaw. Not to say that it's dirty, but it's blighted in a lot of areas. Okay.
Right.
So I would like to see it expand over into the neighborhoods, you know, and really do some good. You know, there's a lot of work.
Yeah.
There are houses that are abandoned. Some of them are in bad shape, some are in good shape, but they can't be painted. You know,
I got
that's
a lot of good feedback from a lot of bigger buildings.
Yeah.
Like the Behringer building.
yeah.
Because it was owned
But
by the
that's
city.
downtown. They're fixated on downtown, which is good.
I know,
But
they're
we
so
also have the
fixated on it.
neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it
we
needs to
also have the
spread down those
neighborhoods.
side roads.
I think
and
it will
stuff.
continue to spread.
Yeah,
I've gotten a ton of positive feedback on the
I
utility
have
box.
too.
Yes,
A lot
yes.
of people stopped and were like, "Thank you for putting art here. This is
Yes,
so beautiful.
it looks
It's making it
good.
so good."
It's fresh. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fresh.
yeah, exactly. And it's the way that Jamie put it was like it's an underutilized spot. So why not put something beautiful on it?
Yeah.
All
there's
it
a
does,
lot.
it's just a box. It's a
Start
gray box.
painting the poles and everything.
That's what I said. I was like,
They do
wish
it
I
in a
could
lot of
paint
other
those.
cities, too.
Okay,
San
Matt,
Francisco and
You
everything.
giving me a signal? We got a time coming up. How long do we have?
We have about roughly, let's say, 4 minutes left.
4 minutes. Okay. I have a couple of announcements here. Before they turn off the mics, let me tell you, thank you for being great guests right here on Community Connections.
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us.
Very informal. I'm going to get the big bosses, Jamie and Cassie and the rest of them in here to give us some details and find out what they were thinking about when they started on this project to bring great murals and painters, young and old,
Yeah.
the kid over here, into the scene of painting. Okay, so we're going to have them on. But I will also just wanted to say thank you very,
Thank
very
you for
much
having
this holiday
Yeah, thank you
weekend
for
for
having
having
us.
you on and coming down here, spending an hour and a half, talking with me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's been great. It's really been great. But let me tell you about some things that's happening in the community right now. The first thing is very, very important. The Saginaw NAACP is having their Freedom Fund banquet, and this is happening the last Sunday, in September, right here. I'm sorry. In September, it's the 24th, and that's the Freedom Fund banquet. And the speaker is the Speaker of the House from Michigan. Okay, that is who is going to be our speaker for the banquet. We have 3 honorees that are going on. The tickets are selling hot, fast. Okay, so if you'd like to attend, let us know the price of the tickets for youth. Are you guys considered youth?
Yes.
There's a youth ticket and an adult ticket. I'll talk to you about that later. I hope that you can attend. But it's an annual event. This is the 52nd celebration for the NAACP. And this is a fundraiser for youth and for membership and for keeping our civil rights. Okay. So that's on the 24th. Let me go back up to this coming Saturday, which is the Team Up to Clean Up with the mayor all over the city from 8 to 12 noon. So they're going to start at City Hall. I don't know if they're starting there to clean that up or that's where they're going to disperse from. Okay, but go down there. So they need teams of people, youth groups, individuals, adults to help with that project. And then there's in Bridgeport, there's the Craft Swap and Crop event that's taking place on the 16th from 12 to 5. I'm going to go check that out. I used to live in Bridgeport, so I want to see what that is all about. And I think on the 17th is when we're going to have Jamie Forbes and that group coming in. Do not forget, for those of you who have RSVP, that there is a new president at Saginaw Valley and that he's going to get, well, they call it the investitures ceremony for the new president at Saginaw Valley. So don't forget about that if you have RSVP and it's on your calendar. So that is what I wanted to tell you about today. Do you guys have anything that you want to say more to our listening audience? Something like get a paintbrush.
See you Saturday.
Yeah.
See you
See you
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, see you Saturday.
Okay. And what's the name of that project again?
The showdown.
The showdown.
The Showdown.
Yes.
Okay, y'all look for me too. With the paintbrush and the chalk on the sidewalk.
Awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Amber, I want to say thank you for helping out this afternoon. I hope that you enjoyed the show today. Okay, very good, very good, very
She's
good.
like,
Thank you
"All right."
so much. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to we ask you that you tune in next Sunday at 5 o'clock right here on Community Connections, Community Talk for Community People. I want to apologize for the buzz going on. I hope that you were able to listen to part of the program. I don't know if they'll be able to take that out or not, but maybe we'll have to do it again.
Awesome.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that'd
Yeah.
be good. So I invite you to tune in next Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. for another sharing of community talk and information. Community Connections is community talk for community people. And thanks to those who make this program possible, my fabulous connectors. The Community Connections theme song was written by local author, poet, and social activist Asigit Mersha and performed by Gone. Okay. And so I personally invite you to get connected, be informed, stay involved, and stay tuned next Sunday, 5 o'clock, right here at KISS 107. I will next week.